Welcome to the SHU Sports Report. For Taylor Krimmel, I'm Aaron Burrell. The semester is winding down, but we still have lots of Pioneer action, so let's get right to it.
The Sacred Heart men's basketball team took to the road this past week for 2 games against UConn and Towson. Starting out with 4-time national champion UConn, the Pioneers came out of the gate clicking on all cylinders last Wednesday night. The men's team scored the first 7 points and led by 11 with 8:28 to go in the first half. However, the Husky defense took over and UConn pulled away. Senior forward Jordan Allen led the team with 18 points and 5 rebounds. Final score, UConn 82, Sacred Heart 49. On Saturday, the team traveled to Towson and the shots were just not falling. Quincy McKnight was the bright spot for the Pioneers, setting a new career high with 19 points on 8 of 9 shooting and adding 3 blocks. But in the end, Towson came away victorious 83-61. This strong performance led to McKnight being named Northeast Conference Rookie of the Week, his 3rd time winning the award in just 4 weeks of action.
Over to the women's basketball team now. After returning from the San Juan shootout and scoring their first win of the year, the Pioneers hit the road for 2 games. First at St. John's last Thursday, Shelby Hickey led the Pioneers with a season-best 12 points, but it wasn't enough as St. John's outscored Sacred Heart 17-6 in the 4th quarter to come away with the win. Final score, St. John's 67, Sacred Heart 54. On Sunday, the Pioneers faced the University of Vermont. The Pioneer offense went on a 15-2 run in the final 2 minutes of the game, but it wasn't enough as the Pioneers fell 51-53. Shelby Hickey led the team for the 2nd straight game in scoring with 11 points, while Adacia Williams chipped in 11, just enough to reach the 700 career point milestone.
We're going to send it over now to Adam Aneratone in the Coach's Corner with men's basketball head coach Anthony Latina. Adam, take it away.
Thanks, guys. We're here to talk more basketball with men's head coach Anthony Latina. Coach, Quincy McKnight has won 3 Northeast Rookie Conference of the Week awards, and combined with his backmate Kane Broom, y'all have won 5 of the last 6 dating back to last season. How exciting are those guys to watch on the court?
Well, we're thrilled to have them. They're 2 very dynamic players. They've really helped elevate our program, we believe, and I think they're going to be the foundation of our success going forward. So, it does solidify our backcourt. We feel like we have one of the better backcourts in the Northeast Conference this year, and certainly going forward.
You were a couple of plays away from having a winning record. How much is this team learning from the early part of the season, and how is this going to help with those close games coming down to the NEC play?
Well, we're certainly learning how difficult it is to win on the road, and how you have to play for 40 minutes. So our biggest focus is at this point in the year is make sure that we're getting better every game, getting better every practice. Obviously, you would like to have the results, but one of the positives of losing some close games is it forces you to really evaluate it even a little closer, coaches and players. So I think we're doing that. Morale is good. We're very excited to be home coming soon here this Saturday. But it's a learning process, and it's a process. 6 of our top 9 players are freshmen and sophomores. So learning how to win close games is a process, just like learning how to be a good team. And we're in the middle of that right now.
Your season opening road trip is finally over. Y'all are coming home. You're going to host Lafayette on Saturday. How much are your guys looking forward to playing on Coach Bike Court, and what can we expect from the fans this weekend, or what can we expect to see from the fans this weekend?
Well, we're thrilled to be at home. Winning on the road is a very tough thing, as we've learned in the early going. So we're excited. It's our first and only non-conference home game, and then we don't play another one for almost a month. So we're certainly going to take advantage of this opportunity and not take it for granted. Hopefully, what I think you'll see is a young, dynamic team that has the ability to be explosive. We're going to play very hard. Our biggest thing, and my biggest thing, being the head coach here for this program is to give the fans and our supporters something to be proud of. And I think, despite our results, I think if you've seen us play, we played very hard, and I think to be very proud of how we've represented, our program, the athletic department, university, and that's what we want to continue to do, because we feel like with our young talent, if we do that consistently enough, we're going to have some very good results and have a chance to have a very good finish to the season.
Thanks again, Coach. Again, the men's team will play at home at the William H. Pitt Center for the first time this season on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. against Lafayette. The game will be a part of a doubleheader with the women, who will host Binghamton beginning at 1 p.m. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Adam, and thanks, Coach Latina. Great to hear from you guys.
The Sacred Heart wrestling team had their first match at the Pitt Center on Saturday afternoon, hosting Davidson in the second annual Pioneer Palooza. Sacred Heart got off to a fantastic start behind a pumped-up crowd, winning 4 of their first 5 matches. After Davidson finally got on the board with a win, Johnny Vrasitis came out strong and quick. He pinned his opponent in less than 2 minutes for SHU's second pin of the night. Sasha Olenek got the Pioneers' third and final pin of the evening, and the crowd was pumped up after this one. You can see right there, he's got the pin. Crowd is pumped up. Coach likes what he sees. And then in the final match of the night, the heavyweights went at it. Ray Sherwood battled hard in a double overtime match and was able to get the win. SHU handily won the event with a final score of 44-3.
Over to the ice, where the men's ice hockey team tackled Army West Point for a home and away series over the weekend. Sacred Heart fell on a last-minute goal in the final period of play Friday night, which helped Army defeat Sacred Heart 4-3. Sacred Heart's goals were scored by Connor Doherty, Zach Luchik, and Jordan Manello. Brett Magnus made 17 saves in the loss. The following night, the Pioneers failed to hold on to a 2-0 lead. Army scored 5 unanswered goals to win 5-2 and sweep the Pioneers. Justin Danforth and Colton Hansen scored for the Pioneers, while Perry made 26 saves in the loss.
Now we're going to send it over to Diana Cannizzaro in our update corner. Diana, the floor is yours.
Thanks, guys. Daniel Graw and Marina D'Amelia both won 2 events and qualified for the ECAC and IC4A championships as the Sacred Heart track and field team opened its 2015-16 season on Saturday at the Yale University season opener. The Pioneers won a total of 6 golds, with Michael Kearns winning the shot put and Trevor Guerrera capturing first place in the 1-mile run, while Quahim Dufresne, Alexandra Caslin, and Jennifer Hahn qualified for the New England Championships. The performance earned Dufresne the first Northeast Conference Rookie of the Week award for the season. The Sacred Heart equestrian team tied for second place at the IHSA Western competition at Mount Holyoke this weekend. 3 Pioneers took home blue ribbons. For Noelle Bianchuli, her win in open horsemanship marks her 3rd of the season as a pair of SHU riders won the first events for their collegiate careers. Cassandra Bale and Megan Griffin earned their first blue ribbons in Intermediate 1 horsemanship and Intermediate 2 horsemanship, respectively. Women's ice hockey played a home and home this past weekend against Franklin Pierce, going 0-1-1 over the 2-day stretch. After a 5-1 loss on Saturday, in which Franklin Pierce scored 4 third-period goals, offense was tough to come by on Sunday as the 2 goalies combined to make a 66 saves in a 1-1 tie. Amanda Fontaine made 37 of those 66 stops, while Hannah Skelly scored her 2nd game in a row for a team-leading 5th goal of the season. Sacred Heart heads into the winter break unbeaten in 4 of their last 5 games with a 2-4-2 record and will return to action on Saturday, January 2nd, hosting Salem State at the Sports Center of Connecticut. In fencing, the men and women's teams hosted the annual Tradition Tournament this weekend at the Pitt Center. The men went 1-5 on the day with the 15-12 win over Vassar. The women finished the day at 2-4, defeating both Vassar and NYU by a score of 18-9. Well, that's all we have for the update corner. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks a lot, Diana. So coming up on Saturday, remember, doubleheader at the Pitt Center, 1 p.m. Women's basketball takes on Binghamton, followed by men's team taking on Lafayette at 3:30. And Aaron, next week, last show of the year.
Don't want to miss out, Pioneer Nation. That's all we have for you. For Taylor Krimmel, I'm Aaron Burrell. See you next week.